Kind of thought pigeon coops were a thing of the past in Taiwan. I guess the high point was in the 80s, perhaps. That's all full of pigeons. It's a big gambling thing. I don't actually know how it works, but kind of races, I guess. There was one over by our language school, but I haven't seen them. We used to look up because our language school is on two sides of the street. When we're crossing the street, you would see these pigeons just going around in a circle. The owners use flag signals for them. Now, that one back there was full of pigeons, so somebody's feeding them. I don't know if they're racing them. Way back when I started this channel, one of the first videos was rooftop gardens. Because when you're down here on the street, you don't realize that there's this whole, I can't call it a subculture, but there's this whole thing going on the rooftops, because most of the rooftops here are flat. My wife and I used to use our rooftop for sunbathing, but a lot of people have gardens. Like, you can grow a substantial amount of food on the footprint of a house. We rented a building for one of our language schools in Yuanling, and the neighbor had like completely filled out the top of his roof and then put black netting over the top of it. There's somebody really concerned with security. They've got cameras on the top of the roof. If you haven't figured it out today, the topic, I guess, is looking up. So many times on my runs and walks, I forget to look up. Well, you know, you gotta look down for your foot strikes. Don't want to fall. But there's a lot that I'm missing. Noticing a lot of rooftop cameras. Cameras are everywhere in Taiwan. I like it. Just the fact that you're not going to get away with a major crime here, I don't think. Even if it's done indoors, you gotta get out and escape, right? So, just a quick story. There was a teacher that we had working for our language schools who passed his scooter on to somebody, and I don't know if they went through all the paperwork, right? So the foreigner who got the scooter got into an accident, unfortunately. I think a Taiwanese guy broke his hip or something, and the guy ran off, the foreigner guy. And so the police were looking for our former employee who didn't do it. He was off to China by that time, teaching ESL. The point of the story is they came to our language school looking for our employee, and they said, we have your guy on 24 different cameras, and they showed us the pictures, but this dude had a tattoo and our employee did not. So in fact, in years after that, he came back to clear his name. He said, look, I have no tattoos, this is not me. And they, I guess, scolded him and said, you know, you should have gone through the proper paperwork, and that guy should have legitimately bought your scooter. I don't know if they ever caught the guy. Yow! That's the character from Medicine. Look at that tower up there. That must be the elevator. But what's up there? Maybe for the elevator maintenance guy. There's all these ladders. In the old days, they used to have like cisterns. They were boxes built on the roof full of water. And now they're going with metal tanks. They work much like a toilet. In that, there's a bobber. Bobber goes down, activates the pump, and downstairs there will be water pumped up to the roof, and then it's just basically gravity takes your water back down, unless you have a Jia Chi, which is another pump which pushes water faster. You can tell that that would be a nice rooftop there. I do see they have some plants. Be able to see pretty far over the city. What I was trying to show you there was the Changhua Christian Hospital cross. In the days before Google Maps, that was a way of physically orienting myself. Maybe not so much spiritually, but wherever I was in the immediate vicinity, I could know my direction according to that cross, which was way up on top of the hospital. Some people have a frame constructed on the top of their house where they can make a little extra income selling advertising, collecting money on billboard rent. It's so hot. It's 32 degrees Celsius, whatever that equates to. The air's pretty good though. I can see all the way to Dadu Plateau in the distance. This is part of the train station. I always see the train station, what do you call them? Engineers coming down this road on bicycles. There must be dormitories. I would assume there's some kind of rule about how long you can drive a train, and maybe they have to sleep in different locations around the island sometimes. Maybe they get home every night. I have to look that one up. Somebody's really maintaining this. I know I'm supposed to be looking up. A lot of people walk on these things barefoot. Reflexology paths. Wow, that even hurt with my shoes on. I'm assuming that's a water tank. Again, I'm supposed to be looking up, but this intrigues me. Not gonna lie, when I first got here, I saw a lot of things which I would say would be ugly, you know, concrete jungle. But there's a certain patina to some of these buildings, like the one I was just looking at. And the contrast with those red flowers, I just think it looks cool. Some houses have these spikes so that you don't have somebody climbing from this unit over to that unit so easily. It's all new here. Oh, they painted the bridge. It's a new parking structure. Check it out, it's a brick locomotive. Pretty nice structure. Looks nice with a coat of paint. What is this for? I didn't notice this before. They have a little tunnel for the little train to go through, the kids' train. There's lights inside there. Huh. I think this is new. There's the bomb shelter. Did a video on that before. The back of the Changhua Roundhouse. It's probably the only remaining roundhouse. It spins the trains around. The only remaining one in Taiwan. Forgotten about looking up. There's so much to see at ground level here. I haven't been to the train station for a while. That's new. Very inviting. Stopped at the train station bathroom, washed my face, cover my arms with water and neck, just to cool off a little bit. Crazy. Got to bring enough water in this kind of weather. If you're watching from abroad, maybe you think I look ridiculous with these flaps, but man, it is needed here. So those guys are in the air conditioning, doing the same thing I'm doing. Maybe they're the smart ones. I need visual stimuli. Can't get that on a treadmill. Well, I guess you can watch TV. Should I? That was a dead end. I thought I could get through. Okay, so the US is that way. That way. Camping store. Pizza Rock. 3 miles walking in just over an hour. And even though it's hot like this, I need to get home, and I like to get a little bit of a run. 1995. I would have been 1 year into my contract at the YMCA. You gotta dry your clothes where you can. Nope, not doing that. I did a third of a mile, and just jogging, my heart rate was at max. So I'm gonna walk it in. I just saw a cool Porsche back there with white wall tires, you know, like from the 50s. That was so cool. But I was running, so I didn't take my phone out. Sorry. That doesn't seem efficient for a fire escape. But I guess if you're older, you would be more sure of your steps. Keep going around and around. I guess it's a new TikTok to do hand dances. I just saw a group of like 5 little girls in the carport over there doing these movements with their hands. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna film them though. Yeah! We did it! We did it!
We did it! We did it!
That was fun!
Watch out, John Deere.
If you watched till the end, please give me a thumbs up.